Hi guys, it's us again, and today we are reviewing the second episode of Series 7?
Series 7?
Series 7.
Season 7.
Season 7 if you're in America, Game of Thrones, which we have both now watched completely legally.
Why did you have to mention that?
Because we have to emphasise...
Everybody watches Game of Thrones legally.
And if you don't, then you're in the minority and very bad. You should go to prison, probably.
Prison, yeah.
A long prison stretch.
Very long.
So, we haven't discussed it yet. I've literally just got here. Reactions then to Stormborn. What were your initial thoughts?
I loved it.
Yes.
I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. Like, the pacing was so good that I was just gripped. Like, every moment of every single scene, something cool happened.
Yeah.
Like, even, what's his name? Pie Man. Pie Eater. Pie Face.
Hot Pie.
Hot Pie.
Yeah.
His return, like, I don't care about him, but he came back and it was like, oh shit, it's Hot Pie.
No, I was really, really pleased. I still feel like maybe this episode could have been the starter of the series, because this really kicked in, didn't it?
Well, it could have been, but would we have appreciated it as much as we do now if we'd not seen episode
But bear in mind how many episodes we have. Like, I still think, like...
We've got 7 episodes, I found out today, by the way. Okay. Not 8. 7 episodes.
Well, you know... This episode didn't have... It had one scene which went on a little bit too long, but I didn't notice any unnecessary scenes in the episode.
Which scene was that?
I think I actually really, really liked the Miss and Dying Grey Worm scene, but I feel like it went on for way too long.
Yeah.
But it was actually really nice to actually see a member of the Unsullied, because you don't often get to see that, like, emotion in them, do you? But, like, what he's been through is, like, Theon. He's literally been tortured as a child and gone through all that stuff, and it was actually... I found that really heartwarming, genuinely. Yeah. I actually wasn't behind that ship, and now I am. But I do feel like the scene was a little bit gratuitous and went on too long. Slightly.
Gratuitous.
Yeah. But then again, you know, it is Game of Thrones. We've got the first boob shots of the series. Game of Thrones are trying to cut back, I think, aren't they? Haven't some of the actresses complained or something, so they're trying to cut back?
I do not know.
But I will forgive them because I feel like it was relevant to the scene.
Yeah, it was
relevant to the scene.
Scene, yeah.
I was just really happy that it started out with... Well, the Varys and Dany scene was fantastic.
Yes, that was fantastic, yeah.
I am 100% behind Varys in that, because there was a quote he said which you would really approve of, which is very much... And me, actually, it's our sort of... do you know what? I wrote it down. Actually wrote it down. He said, incompetence should not be rewarded with blind loyalty, and is that not us? Don't just respect authority because they're authority.
We are Varys.
We are both Varys, yeah.
If we shaved our heads, we would be Varys.
Yeah, but the pair of us, it couldn't just be one of us, it would have to be both of us collectively known as Varys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that Dany is still in danger of going Mad King. There are little dictatorish things she does say. She sort of...
I think so.
Tyrion drags her back.
But is that too predictable? Because I think at this point, we're all kind of thinking, oh, she's going to be the same as her dad, but so I think they're going to, like, turn it on its head.
Well, I think that it's going to be... we have to see that side of her because we have to see Tyrion's influence. Because I think Tyrion and Varys and Missandei are really guiding her well.
Yeah. But
then I'm starting to worry because now she's got Melisandre there. I mean, will that lead to... Melisandre isn't really the most moral of people, is she?
I like Melisandre.
She burned Shireen alive!
Yeah, but as I've said before, she also brought Jon Snow back, so...
So she can do no wrong.
You win some, you lose some.
It was exciting to see them interact. And
that was so exciting.
But, like, so early in the series to see major characters just talking to each other and talking about each other.
Like, it's all kicking off already.
They're all talking about each other.
John's got a letter from Dany, like, Jorah's there. Oh, how did you feel about the Jorah scene?
Okay, I feel like it was... Oh, that was the other unnecessary scene.
It's like they had like a memo for this season. They were thinking, what can we do with Sam? And
every
they were like,
scene has to be disgusting.
Let's put Sam, this series, let's change it up a bit, and let's put Sam in some sort of scene that makes you go, like some sort of disgusting scene. But
then they also intercut it with food again.
Yeah. So, and I think it would have been, like, it's not nice, but I think I could have dealt with it if it was just Sam sort of chipping away the rocky bit of skin.
Well, yeah.
But then we had to see, like, the lovely shot of, like, some pus coming out.
And then suddenly it was, like, a nice casserole dish.
But, yeah.
that someone was eating from.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. Not quite sure why that was in there. But that was the only really unnecessary bit of the whole story, and it kind of makes sense actually.
I mean, I didn't even think it was unnecessary. I quite enjoyed
I could have done. Yeah, we didn't need to see it up close. Like, we could have seen Jorah's face. Oh, you gross demon. Oh, twiddle your moustache again.
It's sort of gone. It's a little bit. I sort of trimmed it a bit.
Oh, okay. You can't twiddle your
I can't
moustache
really
anymore.
pretend it's there.
Yeah.
Pretend it's really long.
Yeah. Talking of twiddling moustaches, was it or was it not satisfying to see Jon absolutely not fall for any of Peter's shit and
that
just
little
get him up
shit.
against the
Oh
wall?
my
He tried
God.
to slither his little snake self in there. I'm your friend, Jon.
The whole episode, he was winding me up. Like, he's like, no, I don't want to sit down today. Again, I prefer to stand at the wall. And then as soon as like Jon says something, he's like, oh, what does Sansa think?
No, but the thing is as well that really annoys me is that he is deliberately trying to get between them. He is trying to cause an issue between them that doesn't need to be there.
He's a little poop stir.
Oh, he is. He's the opposite of Varys, isn't he? Like, I know Varys...
Sansa.
That's Sam's next scene.
Yeah, that will
The
be.
poop stirrer.
Oh,
Intercut with Peter.
I've got to make a poo stew.
They just won't even intercut it like that. Can we even put that's too gross for this video? This is not even, like... I don't even know if I'm going to cut that out, but if I did, he just made the most disgusting...
Why would you cut that out? That's great.
The most quality content we've given out so far.
Poo stew.
Oh, stop it. Okay, Arya.
Yeah?
Arya. That was exciting. I'm happy that, first of all, I'm glad that, you know, she got the narrative, she narratively was called pretty because we both look just like her.
You more so, as I'm a male. But no, yeah. I thought it was good how... I feel like if this was like season 1 or season 2, I would have gone all the way down to King's Landing before she found out Jon and like Sansa were back at Winterfell. But now she's actually close enough that she can just go and see them.
Yeah.
And she's literally... We've now got Arya on her way to Winterfell.
But it does suspend disbelief a little bit that, like, Arya, with all this knowledge and everything, like, didn't realise that huge... I mean, she masterminded, she massacred all the male Freys, but she didn't realise that Jon and Sansa have the
That is a point. In like a world of, like, dragons and White Walker zombies, that is... You do have to suspend your disbelief for that bit, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is that little detail.
Yeah.
Come on. She would have known.
But it was nice to see, it was genuinely really nice to see her with Hot Pie. And I feel like that might be leading up to Gendry coming back, because they were sort of like a group, weren't they? So I feel like it's like deliberately bringing back those...
He'll be
remember
back.
when Arya and Hot Pie were like, you know...
He'll be back. Nymeria, what did you think of that bit? I didn't get the point at first, but I've seen like the behind the scenes thing, so I now understand the point of the scene.
Well, I haven't seen that, but I thought, just without knowing any of that stuff, I thought it was pretty good. I'm assuming that they're going to come in and save her at a later date.
No, I don't think... Oh, well, maybe, but I don't think so. That wasn't...
Why are they there then?
So the idea is that Arya meets again with Nymeria, and because they've both come... It's supposed to show how far they've both come since when they last met, and how much Arya has developed as a character. She's become like independent, she's got her own life now. And same with Nymeria, that's all the other wolves are supposed to be like a little family or a pack.
Is that also sort of...
And it's supposed to show that their lives have moved on now, but they're content with each other, but it's just not... They're not supposed to be together.
Is it foreshadowing to Arya's future, maybe? Is she gonna not want anything to do with the succession or anything, and is she gonna go off and have her own life and be happy and have her own sort of... Maybe that's like foreshadowing.
Maybe.
I can imagine her doing that, to be honest.
Maybe. Where's Bran? Is he still at...
He's with Ed at the wall.
Still? What's he...
I feel like maybe there was a scene, but they thought we'd rather see the pus thing, so they thought we don't really
To be honest,
see
I
Bran
probably
and
would have
Ed.
rather seen that than Bran, but yeah. I met Bran. I met...
Isaac Hampstead Rowe.
I met him at a Two-Door Cinema Club concert.
He was so nice, he had a picture
Earlier
taken
this
with you,
year.
didn't
He did, yeah.
He's a really nice
We
guy.
can put it
yeah.
in, yeah. It's
Yeah.
nice. What else?
Should I refer to my notes?
Could do.
I wrote a little list when I was watching because I was that excited. Okay,
You big nerd.
well, I was just wanted to talk a
my
little...
notes as I watch.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about Dany. It was really interesting, the story with Varys and Dany. Like, I know we've already spoken about this, but like, there's so many layers to this. Varys is Jeremy Corbyn. Varys is for the many, not the few. He's for the people. He wants what's best for the people. Seriously, he is Jeremy Corbyn. Dany's more like the more Blairite left. Where it's like, left. I'm still going to free the slaves, I'm still going to do that stuff, but it's also going to be a bit of a dictatorship.
Yeah.
And if you betray me, I will burn you.
Tony Blair did have dragons, didn't he? Euron.
Oh my god.
I've heard it.
Are we going for this straight away? Are we going for the big epic finale straight away?
Well, it's all different parts.
Alright, okay, go on.
So Euron has killed one of the Sand Snakes.
Two of the Sand Snakes, isn't it? I think he's got two of them. There are three Sand Snakes.
I swear, I had it in my head, I swear that there were only two left after last season. I swear one of them died.
I don't remember a Sand Snake dying. In the books there are 5 Sand Snakes, I think. But we've only got 3 because 2 of them are younger, so...
Have they recast one of the Sand Snakes this season?
I didn't notice they had.
The one that went down to protect the mum? I swear I've not seen her before.
Okay, maybe they have.
And I was thinking, who is that? Because I also had it in my head that one of them had died, and there was only supposed to be 2 at this point.
So you're wondering who's...
So I was thinking, who's this? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I make mistakes.
Are they all dead now? I think
just a human being.
I think one of them's alive still, right?
Or one of them's still alive.
One of them's alive.
The one from Iron Fist is still alive.
Okay.
Colleen Wing from Netflix Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Is still alive.
Is she going to be paired up with Yara? Because that's what I felt. The remaining Sand Snake and Yara.
You felt
OTP.
You felt the chemistry in those scenes they never had together.
No, they had the scene where it was just a brief scene, but it was where Yara's up on deck and she goes, "Go down and protect your mother."
There was definitely some chemistry in that line.
No, but I can really feel like
I think they're going to get married.
I'm telling you, they are.
There's a marriage on
I
the
am
cards.
actually telling you.
Go down and protect your mother. Oh my god, that's a bit flirty.
I take what I can get in this time of poor representation. I take what I can get.
So you're not a shipper of Yara and
Ilaria? No, because I feel like it's not been long enough since Oberyn died, and she's just moved on too fast. To see his face was crushed like a melon, and she's just moving on.
I did like the Oberyn shout out though at the start of the episode.
Yeah,
that was such a cool. That was probably my favourite scene actually, when they had Varys, Elena, Dany, Yara. And what's her name? Ilaria. All around the table, and then Varys was there, and Grey Worm was there, Tyrion was there. Everyone's in this scene together, and they're all chatting like, oh. And then it's like, ooh, come on.
I liked how one of the Sand Snakes was actually dressed quite a bit like Oberyn. They were all you could tell they were his daughters. The way they went down.
Oberyn. Have I said this before? Oberyn's my favourite character.
I thought Theon was your favourite.
Theon's my favourite character. But Oberyn's my favourite character. No, he went for when he was in it, season 4.
Yeah.
Because my history with Game of Thrones is, Claudia watched it from the start.
Yeah, from the start more or less.
And I was a bit too young, so I sort of joined season 4, watched it, and thought, great. Went back and watched the rest. Now I'm obviously up to date. But yeah, because Oberyn was in season 4, he was my jump on point. Because he just joined and I just joined, and he was so cool. Oberyn Martell, I will be your champion.
Bit Scottish.
Oberyn Martell, I will be your champion. And then but when he got his head crushed, you didn't tell me he was going to lose the battle, and it was just before my GCSE history exam that morning.
Dan came out of his bed.
I was
shaking.
Honestly shaking.
I had just woken up, and you just said to me you didn't warn me in that horrified, betrayed way.
Yeah, because I was the day before I was he's going to win, isn't he?
Yeah, but
And you were
okay, first of all, I had no idea that it was going to be that graphic though. In the book, it's all from Tyrion's perspective. I was just expecting him to just go down in a fight. I was shocked as well. I had no idea they were going to crush his head like a melon. I was just thinking, okay, he's going to go down in the fight. That is not what happens
to heroes. Heroes do not get killed like that.
Well, that is what happens in the Game of Thrones universe to heroes, as we all know. I mean, they warned us with Ned Stark. I mean, he went very early. We should have been warned.
Poor old Ned.
Poor Ned.
Neddy Starkus. Nedders.
So let's talk a little bit more about Euron, because first of all, kudos to him for actually being there during this battle, because so many...
Do you want to hear a theory that I heard?
Go on.
So, imagine someone working for Dany, someone really unexpected, had actually tipped Euron off.
About what?
About where Theon, Yara and that fleet would be.
Okay.
There is a theory picking up momentum that Tyrion actually said something because he isn't just gonna... They thought his reaction to the death of his niece, the fact that she killed his niece, she poisoned a little girl, what's her name?
Marcella.
Marcella. that we don't think, I sort of agree, I guess I'd count as we, that Tyrion would just be like, oh yeah, you don't kill little girls. We think he's actually tipped off maybe Euron or something, which I don't know, it would be crazy, but it would be the kind of Game of Thrones twist.
Yeah, and also, they haven't killed Yara, and we didn't know they might not have killed Theon. He might have said, I want you to take the sand snakes, I want you to take them.
Yeah, he might have said, yeah.
But I want you to, because I'm assuming, I mean, I don't think Yara dies. I mean, they've literally taken her hostage. If she was going to die, they would have killed her by now.
Yeah, well, maybe, we'll see.
Have you seen something I haven't seen?
No, I've seen set photos. Slight spoiler alert.
No, don't spoil.
Slight spoiler alert.
Okay.
Just for next episode, I've seen set photos of Euron bringing them back to King's Landing.
Okay, so they're alive.
But that's it.
Theon as well?
No, Theon's got away, hasn't he?
Okay, well, I know he got into the water, but I don't know if they kicked him up again.
Theon's got away. I believe Theon somehow ends up at Dragonstone.
With Dany?
Yeah. I believe, because there were like other set photos as well. But
I don't want to hear anybody saying bad things about Theon in this episode. I'm preempting
absolutely
this.
Distraught.
So was I.
Of that ending.
I just feel like I haven't seen it, but I feel like people are going to say mean things about him. But
if anyone says mean things about Theon,
he's absolutely.
I will
mountain their head like a melon.
I will. Melonhead you.
I just feel like Theon has been through so much trauma as a character. He's not a bad character.
No.
He's been through so much, and it makes sense that he's scared. Like, this is the same thing people did with Sansa as well. Like, people used to hate Sansa because she was scared. You know, back in the day, she was just like a normal person in this universe. She wasn't like Arya, was she? She wasn't like... And people, that just annoys me so much. Like, it is realistic that these characters would react like that, and I don't.
Yeah.
And I feel like Yara hopefully will understand.
Talking of Sansa.
Yeah.
I presume you're very supportive of her actions this episode.
I actually am. Yeah.
I must admit, I was thinking, shut up, you're ruining everything.
Why?
Because she was ruining everything.
No, but she wasn't though. She wasn't. Like, think about it, right? So I was thinking.
I know. What? You
politics.
even know that the White Walkers are coming. As a viewer, you even know.
I know the White Walkers.
And you're like,
coming.
oh no, it's fine. You're like acting like you're one of the lords there. Like, oh, it's fine, yeah, Sansa, like...
Yeah, but like, I just feel like Jon and Sansa are both right. They are both right, okay? So, Peter, I feel like, is a lot to blame. Littlefinger has been sliming his way in and trying to... He's really gonna stir it. He's gonna make this very difficult. But I think they're both right. I think Sansa has a lot of the politics dead on.
Yeah.
Sansa has a lot of that cunning. Also, I mean, the North has always been very proud, we know that.
Yeah.
And sorry about the person who's just randomly decided to start, I don't even know what they're doing, rumbling around in the background with a chainsaw somehow.
It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They're filming
here in Herne Bay.
You don't even live in Herne Bay. We live close to Herne Bay.
What was I saying about Sansa?
About how something about
but the northern people are very proud, and this deal with Dany is very much right. Okay, I'll be your ally if you bend the knee.
Yeah.
But I don't actually feel like the North should bend the knee. I feel like the society they've got is almost, it's not democratic, it's still medieval, but it goes against what Jon wants. Jon wants, he's a good leader. It's very democratic with Jon. It's very everyone's equal. I don't think that they should go and bend the knee to Dany. I think they should do their own thing in the North.
He's not saying he's going to go and bend the knee. We know he's not going to bend the knee to Dany. He's going to go there and just prove to her that he's a good person.
I know he is.
And she's going to be like, bend the knee. And he's going to be like, I'm sorry, I just will do that.
But the thing is, like, I really...
And there's going to be a bit of tension. And she's going to be like, good.
No, but when I say, like, when I support Sansa in this, like, I do love Jon, and Jon is right. But from Sansa's perspective on life that she's got, no, seriously, think about it. Like, she is politically very savvy. Together, if they work together, it will be a fantastic team.
Yeah, but if they work together, though.
Yeah. My worry is, I feel like Sansa will make an excellent leader in Jon's absence, but my worry is Peter Baelish. What is he going to do? I know that Jon has warned him off, but when he gets back, what the hell is he going to be?
I don't think he's going to stick around for long.
Is he going to be king of the bloody
I don't think he's going to be in the show for much longer.
You think he's going to die?
I think... Well, Arya's going to get there soon, right? Is he on her list?
No, I don't think so. But Sansa could well communicate with Arya and say, like, look, this is what's gone on with Littlefinger, and Arya could say, no, that's my sister, like, goodbye.
That will happen, I think. I think if anyone, Arya will go in.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it would be satisfying for it to be something to do with Sansa, but I want it to be like another Ramsay thing, where the power is sort of like, I've decided this.
Yeah.
And then Arya gets in there and is like, okay, right,
yeah.
let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Did you see Sir Davos this episode? Wasn't it nice to see Sir Davos?
Why wasn't Sir Davos with Dany?
He was.
Callback.
He was with Dany. Wasn't he?
You carrying the joke?
Oh my god, no, I'm not!
Well, you deliberately carried
No,
the joke.
I swear I wasn't. He wasn't.
Oh my
I'm sorry,
God.
I've done it twice. No, because then I got muddled up Sansa and Dany. Twice. But wasn't it sweet? A little moment of character development that was very sweet was that Sansa was reading a letter, reading a raven.
Yeah.
And Sir Davos was so confident now in his reading abilities that he took it from her and read
Oh
it.
yeah, I
That
didn't
was
think about
really
that.
cute.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like, he's reading now.
That's
a
sweet.
lovely,
Yeah,
heartwarming tale. Okay, so we need to talk about Cersei this episode and Jaime this episode. Now, I thought this was an excellent example of... You know how the Game of Thrones universe is... Very loosely, there are parallels with the Wars of the Roses in English history.
Yeah.
Like, it's really interesting how the people in power manipulate the situation and twist what's happened. No, but it was really interesting how Cersei was presenting Dany, because it's kind of true, but it's really twisted. So it's sort of like, oh, she crucified the lords before in the place she was in. Oh, it's terrible, she's like a dictator. And in some ways, yes, but, you know, it's really interesting, isn't it, how they warp things like that.
Talking about that scene, did you notice Percival from Merlin?
I did!
Yeah.
Is it Hopper or
Tom
Hooper?
Hopper.
Tom Hopper.
Oh, I thought it was Hopper. It could be Hooper. I think it's Hopper.
I think it's Hopper as well. I don't know why I said Hooper. I think it's Hopper.
Molly Hooper.
Molly Hooper. Tom Hopper. OTP of dreams. OTP of dreams. Yeah, they've recast
That was
Dickon.
cool.
They missed the opportunity for a joke there.
No, I think there was a joke there.
Yeah, but they could have really. I mean,
no, I don't think they knew. That was quite funny by itself. Jamie called him what at first?
I don't know, something like Rickard or something.
Yeah,
like
Rickard.
And he was like, oh,
like the
Dickon.
funniest thing is that his name actually was Dickon, and Jamie wasn't even like. Like Jamie could have been like, "What's your name, Dickon or something?" But no, Jamie actually tried, and his name actually just was Dickon. That's brilliant. That's humour at its finest.
Dickon.
Dickon. King Dickon.
Dickon Charlie.
Is it?
Is that no? Oh god, I was going to say something. No.
Don't. It was nice that it was Sam's dad though, because I didn't realise, because I was being a bit of an idiot for like the first 2 minutes. I didn't realise it was Sam's dad until like Jamie was like, "Mr. Tarly," or like Sir Tarly, like, Lord Tarly. That was good. I was like,
yeah, Sam's dad is weird because Sam's dad is a bit weird because he's not a nice character. He's a real bully to Sam. But he seems like he's quite a principled
noble.
lord. Like, you know,
he's
and maybe another complex character for us.
He has a
fan fave.
A fan fave. Definitely
Mr. Tarly.
Mr. Tarly, I'll be sure to get his Funko Pop when it comes out.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And Dickon.
Little.
I need a Dickon Funko Pop. Did you like how Jamie went a bit UKIP when he was trying to sell Cersei's plan?
He did go
like
UKIP,
he sensed that it wasn't working, so he was like, she's gonna bring her foreigners over here. They're gonna take our jobs. They're gonna take our women. We just don't have the room. Send them back.
Full on Farage.
He really did go full on Farage, and I think it might have worked.
Yeah.
I'm sure it pained Jamie to do that though. The things
I think everything Jamie does involving Cersei pains him to do things.
Yeah, it's like everything he does, he knows
thinking,
it's like, this
oh
is bad,
God.
why am I doing this? This is terrible. I liked the scene with Cersei walking around the, oh, I was really disappointed with one scene. Like, it's my own fault for getting my hopes up. But you know when, is it Qyburn? Or it's Qyburn, isn't it?
Qyburn? Yeah, I think so.
He created a mountain, didn't he?
Yep.
Like, you know they were talking about, oh, Dany's got 3 dragons, but don't worry, we've got something to deal with that.
Mm.
And they go down to, like, the crypts, and there are dragon heads, and I'm thinking he's created a demon dragon. I thought, like, they're taking a dragon head, they're making some sort of patchwork evil dragon to fight the other 3 dragons, and it just turns out to be like a javelin propeller.
Look, that was cool.
Oh, it was cool, but I was expecting like some demon dragon.
I'm sure at some point in the next season or 2 we may see some sort of demon dragon some sort of potentially cold ice dragon of some kind.
But you think it's coming from another camp? It's coming with the old White Walkers?
No, I think it'll be one of the dragons.
One of the dragons is going to die, and the White Walkers will possess it, and
yeah, that's what I reckon.
Demon
and that would be the coolest thing ever. And he's going to like breathe ice. Like,
that would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I'd like that. But I feel like Cersei is overconfident because there is absolutely no way that when Dany comes up... Mind you, I was really impressed because Dany could have gone Mad King, but I was really impressed with Tyrion and what he was saying to Dany and the fact that they're not going to, like, try and destroy everything and burn it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they are still... I mean, it's medieval warfare. They're going to try and lay siege and starve the people. I mean, I don't know why they think that's going to work. Tyrion knows Cersei. Do you think Cersei's going to care if the people, the peasants, are starving?
No.
She's not going to care.
Yeah, She's
just going to be like, her and Jaime, hold up in the castle. Jaime's going to be like, Cersei, please, we have to feed the peasants.
Yeah.
Cersei will be like, screw you, I don't give anything. She'll just be drinking herself into a stupor. Jaime will just be getting more and more depressed by the day.
Yeah,
I don't think that's going to work. So I think that's why the dragons are going to come in, because I think Cersei's going to maybe just let the people starve.
Maybe, probably. She would.
She would just let the people starve. She would just do that.
That's one of your favourite characters. So.
It's not that I like her though. I just find her like, come on, Loki. Right, Loki's one of my favourite characters.
I like Loki.
Loki has full on killed so many people, but he's fascinating.
So have the Avengers.
I like him. The Master burned Japan or something in Doctor Who. Do you remember? I know it got reversed, but come on, we still like the Master, right?
Yeah, but
he decimated the population by 10%.
The Master's entertaining.
Cersei's entertaining.
No, she's not.
Oh, she is.
She's a grumpy bumhead. That's all she does. She's grumpy and she's like...
I love her. She's a fascinating character, like, just from a perspective, like, honestly...
That's why you've got these wine glasses, isn't it?
Cersei.
You're trying to be more like Cersei. Been trying to figure it out these past few videos. You know, why has she got wine glasses with Coke in it?
Cersei.
Like, the peasants here just have these kind of glasses, these nice little beakers.
Who are you, Gendry or someone then?
Glass
like
beakers.
The peasant.
I'd happily be
Hot
Gendry.
pie, maybe.
No, let's stick with Gendry rather than hot pie. But I mean, Gendry's going to end up on the Iron Throne in IMO, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that.
Okay. But like in a serious perspective, don't you think it's interesting Cersei's like? I like the thing about Game of Thrones is I like seeing bad characters and I like seeing how they became bad. But I like seeing how they became bad, and that is.
Did you think it was a little over the top when Euron kind of crashed down onto the ship from the front of his ship? Just a tiny bit, a little bit over the top.
Yeah, I was really... How amazing. I'm a little bit in love with Yara, slightly. I have been since the very start, but now even more so, because after that sword fight, I just...
That was cool, to be fair. That was cool.
That was amazing.
The fight scenes on the boat were really cool.
Wow, they were fantastic.
When it was the two Sand Snakes versus Euron, and like Euron was taking them both on, but they were also like, oh. It
was absolutely excellent.
Yeah.
I really wanted her to just take him down. He's so troublesome. Like, he is just so annoying. I feel like...
He's a good villain, though.
He's like a demon uncle.
He's a good villain. I like him.
Everyone has a demon uncle.
He's a good villain.
Yeah. I think he's going to be interesting. So his gift to Cersei is going to be Yara Greyjoy.
And
I'd be impressed with that gift.
And Arya and two of the Sand Snakes. One of the two of the Sand Snakes.
No, I think only one's left alive. It's the mother and the daughter.
No, because the one with the ropes is still alive. The one from Iron Fist is still alive.
Oh, I didn't realise she was still alive. I thought she was kind of choked.
But I think he killed her.
Oh, okay, right. So there's two Sand Snakes.
I've got a feeling he didn't kill her. If he did, I think we would have seen her die properly.
So we're going to have a team up with Yara and two of the Sand Snakes, and there's going to be a romance between Yara and one of the Sand Snakes, and that's what I want.
I did like that scene where like Theon was sitting in there with them. You just saw him. He was kind of just like.
In what scene?
When like Ilaria and like Yara were flirting.
Oh, that was uncomfortable.
And Theon's sitting there.
Well, Theon's just sitting there like the odd one out, just gooseberry in the corner.
Gooseberry in the corner?
Yeah, he's a gooseberry in the corner.
What is this, the 1960s? Like a gooseberry in the corner, you? Gooseberry in the corner. Gooseberry.
Have we gone through every character now? I'm just thinking.
I think we have, every scene. We failed to speak about the Ed Sheeran bit last week. Which we were.
That was a bit painful, wasn't it? I mean, it was nice to see Ed in it, but
yeah, it was not his fault.
No, it's not his fault at all. They should have just had him singing. Like, that's it. Like, you know, remember that guy?
He was
from...
only given like 2 lines, though, I guess.
Well, the guy from Snow Patrol was in it before.
The issue is, I think, that Game of Thrones isn't this kind of show that has like cameos in it and like guest appearances from pop stars and stuff. It's not like a So that's. But I feel like if you didn't know Ed Sheeran, you wouldn't have even noticed anyway. But I mean.
But everyone knows Ed Sheeran, so it was a little bit jarring.
Everyone, yeah, a little bit jarring, but it's over now and he's gone.
He's gone now, unless he just ends up on the Iron Throne at the end. Ed Sheeran takes over.
King Ed, the castle on the hill.
It's all been leading to this. There was one more thing as well, just briefly. We've already mentioned Olenna Tyrell.
Yep.
But I think she's a fantastic character. I also feel like she's actually the character in Game of Thrones that is the closest to you personality-wise. And I'm not joking, genuinely, she is the closest to you in personality. She is so, it's the sort of person who sit there listening to a conversation and make a sassy comment. Like, I really feel like you and Olenna Tyrell are quite similar as people. But it was really good to see her talking to Dany and saying, like, Marjorie Tyrell... They really wrote her sort of like Kate Middleton, didn't they?
I miss Marjorie Tyrell so much.
I really miss Marjorie as well, and poor Loras as well. That was a sad way to go.
Poor Loras.
But I hope Elena's got her own agenda going on after her grandkids got annihilated.
Yeah.
I like to think that if we got annihilated, then our grandma would, you know,
definitely make some sort of deal with the Dragon Queen.
Yeah.
I've got to bring something up.
Okay.
I'm uncomfortable with being related to Olenna Tyrell.
Why?
Because now, in the course of these videos, it's been Maisie Williams and now it's Olenna Tyrell. And I don't know. There are actually like male figures in TV shows and in real life that I'm quite like. But you know. What
are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that boys can't like be like girl characters?
I wouldn't say Olenna Tyrell's my role model.
It's not your fault you're like Olenna Tyrell, okay? It's not even a bad thing. You just are like her.
Well, you're like... Rickon Stark, because you're short. You don't run in straight lines.
I can't do anything straight. He didn't get that, he's a straight boy. So, should we go?
Mind you, actually, Rickon did run in a straight line, didn't he?
That was the problem.
So, yeah.
The problem was that he
didn't. Yeah.
That he didn't zigzag. If he'd zigzagged, he might have survived.
Well, thank you again for joining us for another riveting conversation about Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 2. Join us again probably next week.
You'll be here next week, won't you?
Who knows where I'll be next week? I could be anywhere.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you really soon. Are you going to clink glasses?
No, we've done it once, that's enough.
Your glass. Bye. Bring it over here.
Psych.
Bring it over here.
Why?